What's going on, guys? Just here back to my channel, and it's been a minute and stuff, and sorry I didn't get to do my Not Raw review, so yeah, even though it was commercial free on Sci-Fi and all that stuff, and but whatever. Anyways, yeah, it was okay Monday night, because it was commercial free on the first hour of Raw, and then it went to commercials and all that stuff, and pictures throughout the show itself on Sci-Fi, and because it's a different channel, that's why. Um, yeah, it was okay. Bobby Lashley was there, Lita, all that stuff. Brock Lesnar wasn't there last Monday, so maybe that's why I didn't get to do it. So yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna go skip through our way through AEW Dynamite from last night. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to it then. And yes, it was good. 2 debuts and all that stuff, and yeah. So here we go. This show kicked off with MJF celebrate it to start the show after he defeated CM Punk twice and all that stuff. So yeah, here we go. Warlow kicked off the show by carrying cardboard cutouts to the square circle, then handing a script to Justin Roberts to read off as he introduced FTR. Then Shawn Spears and finally MJF, the Salt of the Earth, entered amid a chorus of boos while perched atop a palanquin, braggadocious in his first address following his controversial victory over CM Punk in the main event of last week's show in Chicago. As he beamed with pride over his accomplishment, Warlow watched on, seemingly unimpressed by his charge. Where am I at? I just lost. Okay. MJF thanked his big strapping friend Spears for warming him up ahead of the match. He claimed to be better than Brett in Canada, Piper in Portland, and Punk in Chicago, before revealing his intentions to challenge for the AEW title. Punk entered the arena Sans theme music and was joined by Tony Schiavone. He introduced his friends Sting and Darby Allin and demanded a rematch, not against MJF, but the guy who really beat him in Chicago, Warlow. Dax Harwood grabbed the mic and said he wanted a rematch from Greensboro. Punk accepted, and MJF said he could have it, but he had to find a partner not named Sting or Allin a win, and he would get a rematch of any kind at any time against MJF. So yeah, it was good. The promo, it was good. I loved it. Oh yeah, about Monday Night Raw, by the way, the only thing that was good last Monday night was the quiz game. So yeah, that's the only thing that was good. So yeah. Alright, guys, let's get to the first match. Warlow versus the Blade. Backstage, Darby Allin vowed never to work for Andrade El Idolo before both bands staked their claim to the next TNT Championship opportunity back in arena. Short notice, Warlow took to the square circle for a match with the Blade. The big man found himself of a disadvantage early. His leg, the focus of his opponent's attack early, the powerhouse recovered and took the fight to his veteran opponent, overwhelming him and punishing him at ringside as the show headed to a picture-in-picture commercial break. Back from the timeout, Warlow delivered 4 consecutive powerbombs to a growing ovation en route to a definitive victory. Yeah, Warlow defeated the Blade, and then again, Shawn Spears hit him with the steel chair. So yeah, as always, that's nothing new. Alright, then we get to the Inner Circle team meeting after that. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Jake Hager made their way to the ring for the Inner Circle team meeting. Santana and Ortiz, conspicuous by their absence, arrived moments later to their own theme music. Santana cut an impassioned promo denouncing the selfishness of Jericho, claiming the demigod only gives a damn about himself. He said the days of taking a backseat to Jericho and not focusing on the tag team titles are over. Jericho claimed that all of Santana and Ortiz's successes and financial well-being can be attributed to him bringing them into the inner circle. Maybe I've chosen the wrong two members of Lax, Jericho said before asking Hager for Homicide and Hernandez's phone number. The leader of the group told Guevara to shut up, to which the TNT champion shut him down. The Spanish guy claimed that all of the infighting isn't going to help him achieve his own goal of becoming the greatest champion in wrestling. He threatened to quit the group like he did in the past unless they figure it out. Ortiz stepped up, told Jericho his assessment that Eddie Kingston never helped them was wrong, and challenged Jericho and Hager to a match. On next week's show, the former AEW champion accepted. So yeah, next week. So yeah, there's a little mixed thing right now with them and all that stuff, and it's crazy. It was a good promo too. All right, let's get to Phase of the Revolution ladder. Sorry, I can't talk. Phase of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. So yeah, this is the Phase of the Revolution qualifying match for next month, which is on March 6th on a Sunday night. So yeah, which there's nothing on Sunday nights for right now. So whatever, I'll be watching one of the Walking Dead episodes early weekend before the pay-per-view starts. All right, and this is where a debut starts. Prior to the commercial break, Adam Cole and the Young Bucks attack Roppongi Vice, Trent Beretta, and Rocky Romero, only to be interrupted by the debuting Switchblade Jay White of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The newcomer tossed Beretta into a production truck to put an exclamation point on the debut. And the arena, Isaiah Cassidy of Pride Party hit the ring, accompanied by both Mark Quinn and Matt Hardy. His opponent, the debuting free agent Keith Lee. The Limitless One's debut drew a thunderous ovation, and his manhandling of his opponent only intensified the applause. Hardy walked out on Private Party, leaving them to fend themselves. Lee shook off plancha and swatted Cassidy away en route to a fireman's carry power slam for the win. After the match, Quinn jumped the victor, only to fall prey to the wrath of the Lee, who basked in the applause of his fans. Man, the way Keith Lee threw one of the threw Cassidy, man, like he threw him like high, man. I'm like, holy shit, holy shit, he threw him and stuff. And some people, there's a meme that when during it, there's a picture of him with Keith Lee AEW, and there's a TV and it says turned off, and so it's turned off, whatever. But you don't like it, people are so fucking blind like WWE is. If people don't like Keith Lee, then you're kissing Vince McMahon's ass and WWE's ass, so you're just a WWE and Vince McMahon's little bitch. That's what you are, WWE fan. Anyways, CM Punk and his mystery partner for FTR. So yeah, this is another match after the qualifying match. Yeah, so CM Punk and his mystery partner versus FTR. A smiling CM Punk walked through the curtain, acknowledging that he had found a partner to battle FTR in tag team action. That partner, Jon Moxley, who entered the arena to enormous pop. He stood side by side with a man against whom he waged war many times in their previous place of employment. After a frustrating exchange to start the match, Dax Harwood clipped the injured left knee of Punk, enjoying Cash Wheeler and isolating the Chicago native and cutting him off from Moxley. The former world champion finally received the tag from Punk and exploded into the match, dropping the opposition with a pair of DDTs, then delivering a tope suicide that wiped out the opponents and his own tag team partner ahead of the commercial break. During the picture-in-picture, the heels drove Moxley through a table, putting the baby faces at a disadvantage as the show returned. The heels drove Moxley face first into the turnbuckle and continued their control of the bout, not only proving they could hang with two of the best and brightest singles stars, but also preventing MJF from having to battle Punk in a rematch of his choosing. The straight edge superstar tagged back into the match, reigniting the babyface offensive despite an unstable left leg with Moxley delivered a big doomsday device to Hardwood for a strong near fall at ringside. Wheeler delivered a tornado DDT to Moxley. Wheeler blasted Punk with a ring bell, but the second City Saint kicked out to his desire for a match with MJF that strong. FTR delivered the big rig, but Moxley broke up the pinfall as chants of this is awesome spilled from the stands. Moxley grabbed a rare naked choke on Hardwood and Punk tapped out Wheeler, but referee Aubrey Edwards was out of position. Tully Blanchard interfered, but eight go to sleep. Wheeler did too, leading to the babyface win. So Punk and Moxley defeated FTR. So yeah, good match. Alright, let's get to the other match. The TBS Championship match. AQA versus Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship belt. The Booker T trained AQA made her first AEW appearance Wednesday, answering TBS champion Jade Cargill's open challenge and looking to reestablish herself as one of the industry's best young talents. After a brief run in NXT, in 2021, Zeta Ramir overpowered and outmatched by the Phenom Cargo. She was forced to fight from early and often. She did that coming out of the commercial break, firing off some hard rights and a pair of jumping forearms. The sling blade followed and challenger found herself on the offensive. AQA stunned the audience with the picture-perfect shooting star press, but a second attempt ended in ugly fashion. As the match became disjointed, Cargo recovered, slammed her opponent, and delivered Jaded for the pinfall victory. Yeah, it was okay match. Yeah. Alright, the Professor's 5-minute rookie challenge. Yeah, this is the only match that was awful. In an attempt to prove she can defeat anyone in 5 minutes, Serena Deeb introduced the Professor's 5-minute rookie challenge. Just 1 week after impressively defeating Sky Blue, her opponent this week, Katie Arquette, Deeb outclassed and out-wrestled her opponent, tapping her out with the Serena lock in short order. Deeb defeated Arquette. Yeah, the fans didn't get up on this match. This match was awful. Alright, let's get to the other one. Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. This match was fucking good, man. This match was fucking bloody, man. That's why I like about AEW. Fuck WWE, all that fucking bullshit, you know what I'm saying? This was a good match. It was a Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. So yeah, this was a good match. Alright, let's get to it. The main event. Heyman Adam Page proved turnabout was fair to play early in the night's main event, attacking Lance Archer backstage and throwing him through plate glass. In the opening minutes of the Texas Death Match for the AEW Championship, a buckshot lariat nearly ended Archer's championship aspirations early, but an alert Dan Lambert rushed the ring while the combatants fought on the floor and undid the top turnbuckle, taking the element of Page's game away from him. The Murdoch Madman dominated throughout the commercial break, working over the champion and threatening to drive him through 2 tables at ringside. Both men bloodied. Page teased the Deadeye through the tables, but Archer cut that off. On the floor, Jade the Snake Roberts delivered a short arm clothesline and called for the DDT, but his charge cut him off. Page responded by delivering said DDT, much to the delight of the fans. Page lit up his opponent with a barrage of candlestick shots to the body, only for the Archer to deliver a choke slam through a trash can. Archer produced a handful of steel chairs before revealing a barbed wire wrapped chair before utilizing it. Archer delivered the blackout from the ring onto the edge of the ring steps in a jaw-dropping spot. Page wrapped the barbed wire around his arm, and rocked Archer twice. He delivered a big German suplex that utilized the referee to deliver the buckshot lariat, driving his challenger through the tables at ringside. Page Turner made the count. Page answered it barely and retained his title. After the match, Adam Cole made his way to the ring, grabbed the AEW World title, and draped it over Page's shoulder as the commentary team discussed the possibility of him as the next top contender. So yeah, Page defeated Archer to retain the AEW Championship belt. So yeah, Adam Cole showed up at the last minute. There's a tease that there's gonna be a match between Adam Cole and him and Adam Page. So yeah, that's gonna be like a good match, main event. So yeah, it was good last night for AEW Dynamite, except that one match with the 5-minute challenger rookie thing. That was the worst match out of all of them. So yeah, anyways, that was it, and I see you all in the next video. Laters.